Have you ever noticed why there are people who have already built a good career before have a bigger chance of doing it again? From strongmen to entrepreneur, from actors to singers, of course they have the benefits of the experience, but there is more behind the scenes than you might realize. Look, laziness can only be escaped by discipline, and discipline is a skill should be mastered to fulfill our desire to reach our goals. Now to master it, first, you need to understand that quality is more important than quantity. A lot of us eliminate the option to learn discipline in the first step, and that step is setting goals. I understand that you might want to set multiple different goals, but what you're probably doing is setting yourself up to failure and ending up overstimulated and overexerted and over the fact of working in the first place. The real progress is when you put one singular goal ahead of you and pour all your effort towards it. Secondly, we can talk about an overlooked concept you should definitely incorporate. A lot of videos completely misdefine discipline and hard work and make people carry the wrong mindset. You obviously cannot run on zero dopamine. You're a human and you need to be fulfilled, and you can't control that. The only thing you can control is the timing of the release of the dopamine, all the time or when you deserve it. This is the concept of work-reward. Basically, you gain if you do and you lose if you don't. You need to see the outcome of being successfully disciplined. Let's say you committed to a 2-hour study session and you completed it. You treat yourself accordingly, maybe a coffee, checking your messages, or any other treat as long as it's controlled and not addictive. Like that, you motivate yourself to be naturally disciplined by you avoiding the loss of the prize you placed at the end. And you train your dopamine levels to get used to waiting for the tasks to be done. You might have a burst of motivation and want to focus on work for the next hour, but you grab your phone and see people enjoying the goal you're working for. If you think that will motivate you even more, well, you're wrong. In most cases, there will be a comparison going on. You might not notice it, but your subconscious is doing it. When you see someone who developed a skill that you don't have, which is discipline, your conscious or subconscious will think there is something wrong with you. Well, actually, you just didn't climb the ladder of discipline yet. Your subconscious will make or break your discipline, so comparing yourself to other people will make it chase immediate success rather than progress. Instead, you should view it like this. Very few people can study 5 hours straight, while a lot of people can study for 5 minutes straight. So you do what's possible today to slowly progress to what's possible tomorrow. A lot of people talk about discipline over motivation, where actually they can coexist and push you further even more. Let me explain how. Let's say you have 2 hours of work ahead of you. Instead of going through it and burning out, you can begin with a 5 minutes of initial work and then take a 10-minute rest. Now you have this uncompleted work in the back of your mind that you started, and you know what next steps should be taken, and that's where your motivation resides. So now you have no choice but to go back to work. Go for a 10-minute to 20-minute work and rest and do it again. Doing this eliminates procrastination and breaks down discipline into small chunks you can deal with progressively to scale up on the ladder of discipline. Last but not least, self-discipline gives self-love, and self-love gives self-discipline. When you plan to go for a run and you do it, you feel wonderful after it. That's your reward for reaching that goal. Now the next day, you have some homework you have to do, and you'd rather not do it. But if you take a second and think how would you feel letting the work undone, your awareness of your feelings and your self-love will act as the biggest discipline trigger you could have. Keeping that cycle between self-love and self-discipline is essential to grow your self-esteem, to progress even more, and to take big steps in the ladder of discipline. In conclusion, make sure to set quality goals rather than multiple overwhelming ones, and reward yourself for doing hard tasks responsibly. Don't compare yourself to others. We all start somewhere. Just take slow steps and progress along the way. Also, avoiding procrastination by initiating work and self-love is essential to build self-discipline. At the end, just make sure to encourage yourself and take a positive mindset when pursuing your growth to leave a good effect when reaching your glory.